Scene script. Have you ever wondered how the first drug came to be? How did our ancestors manage without the modern medicines we so heavily rely on today? Picture this. The ancient world, a time when the mysteries of the human body were as vast as the night sky. In this era, our ancestors turned to nature for answers, using plants and herbs to cure ailments and diseases. This marked the beginning of drug development, with different cultures across the world tapping into the rich pharmacopoeia of the natural world. In ancient Egypt, for instance, papyrus scrolls dating back to 3000 BC reveal a list of over 700 medicinal herbs and their uses. Meanwhile, in China, the legendary Emperor Shen Nong is said to have tasted hundreds of herbs to understand their medicinal properties, a kind of empirical research that predates modern clinical trials. Fast forward to the Middle Ages and we see the rise of alchemists, who blended mysticism with empirical observation, laying the groundwork for the scientific method. Their work led to the discovery of therapeutic minerals and metals like mercury and antimony. But the real game changer came in the 19th century with the birth of synthetic drugs. The discovery of aspirin, synthesized from a compound found in willow bark, marked a turning point. It was the first drug to be created in a lab, paving the way for a new era of drug development. The 20th century brought further advancements with the development of antibiotics, vaccines, and life-saving drugs for conditions like diabetes and heart disease. And now, in the 21st century, we're pushing the boundaries even further with personalized medicine, gene therapy, and drugs designed at the molecular level. From natural remedies to synthetic drugs, the journey of drug development has been a fascinating one, and we're just getting started. The 19th century marked a turning point in the history of drug design. What sparked this revolution? Well, it was the emergence of synthetic drugs, a breakthrough that turned the tide in our battle against diseases. Up until then, medical treatments were largely limited to herbal remedies and naturally occurring substances. But the limitations of these treatments were becoming painfully clear as diseases continued to claim lives. The world was in desperate need of something more effective, and the answer came in the form of synthetic drugs. Enter salvarsan, the first synthetic drug. Developed by Paul Ehrlich in the early 20th century, this compound was a silver bullet against syphilis, a devastating disease that had plagued humanity for centuries. Ehrlich's groundbreaking work marked the beginning of a new era in medicine, where drugs were now designed and synthesized in labs. But the journey didn't stop there. In the 1920s, Alexander Fleming stumbled upon penicillin, the first antibiotic. It was a serendipitous discovery that changed the course of history. Antibiotics produced by certain types of fungi were capable of killing bacteria, giving us a powerful weapon in our arsenal against infectious diseases. The rise of antibiotics in the mid-20th century revolutionized healthcare, saving countless lives from bacterial infections. But it also highlighted an important aspect of drug development: the need for constant innovation. The overuse of antibiotics led to the emergence of drug-resistant bacteria, reminding us that the battle against diseases is an ongoing one. The advent of synthetic drugs was a game changer. It opened up a world of possibilities, allowing us to create drugs that are more effective, safer, and tailored to individual needs. And it's not just about fighting diseases. Synthetic drugs have also improved our quality of life, helping us manage chronic conditions and live healthier, longer lives. The story of synthetic drugs is a testament to human ingenuity and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. It's a story of triumph and challenges, of victories and setbacks. But most importantly, it's a story that's still being written as we continue to explore new frontiers in drug development. The advent of synthetic drugs was a game changer, saving countless lives and paving the way for more groundbreaking discoveries. How do scientists decide which molecules could become life-saving drugs? Well, it's not a mere game of luck. It's a well-calculated scientific process called structure-activity relationship, or SR. SAR is a pivotal concept in the world of drug design. It explores the relationship between a drug's molecular structure and its biological activity. In simpler terms, it's like a detective trying to figure out what makes a molecule tick, and how altering its structure can impact its performance. This is where things get interesting. By tweaking a molecule's structure, scientists can influence how it interacts with our bodies. They can enhance its efficiency, reduce side effects, or even completely alter its function. Through SAR, we can predict a drug's efficiency before it even enters a lab trial. It's like having a crystal ball that gives us a glimpse into a drug's future. Understanding SAR allows us to create drugs that are more efficient, effective, and safe. Every drug has a purpose, a mission, but how does a drug know what to do once it enters our body? Let's unravel this mystery. Drugs work by interacting with our body's natural processes, specifically with the proteins that carry out these processes. These proteins are like locks, and drugs are the keys that can unlock them. When the right drug or key fits into the right protein or lock, it activates or inhibits the protein's function, leading to a therapeutic effect. Now let's take a closer look at this fascinating process. Picture a drug molecule floating through your bloodstream. It's like a tiny spaceship navigating an intricate network of veins and arteries. As it travels, it encounters various proteins. When it finds the right protein, the drug molecule binds to it. This binding can stimulate the protein, inhibiting it, or modifying it in some way. This is the mechanism of action, the unique way each drug affects our bodies. However, this process isn't always smooth sailing. Sometimes a drug might bind to the wrong protein, leading to unwanted effects known as adverse effects. These could range from mild discomforts like headaches or nausea, to severe complications like organ damage or even death. Adverse effects can also occur if a drug is used inappropriately. For example, using too much of a drug or using it for too long can overwhelm the body's natural processes and lead to harmful consequences. This is why it's so important to use drugs as prescribed by healthcare professionals. Moreover, everyone's body is unique, and we all respond to drugs in slightly different ways. This is due to factors like genetics, age, and overall health. Hence, what works well for one person might not work as well, or might even be harmful for another. So while the mechanism of action is how a drug is intended to work, the reality is often more complex. It's a delicate dance between the drug and the body, with each trying to influence the other. Understanding the mechanism of action and potential adverse effects of drugs is crucial in ensuring their safe and effective use. The world of drug design and development is always evolving, but what are the latest advancements, and where are we headed? We've come a long way since the dawn of drug development. In recent years, we've seen a surge of innovation, pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible. One of the most exciting advancements is the rise of personalized medicine. Instead of a one-size-fits-all approach, personalized medicine tailors treatment to the individual, considering unique genetic makeup, lifestyle, and environment. This approach has the potential to enhance efficacy and minimize adverse effects. Another significant development is targeted therapies. These drugs work by interfering with specific proteins or pathways that are involved in the growth and survival of certain types of cancer cells. This precision approach is a far cry from conventional chemotherapy, which indiscriminately attacks all rapidly dividing cells. Targeted therapies have shown promise in improving survival rates and reducing side effects. As we look to the future, we see a world of possibilities. The field of nanomedicine is one such frontier. Imagine tiny, programmable robots in your bloodstream, hunting down disease cells and delivering drugs directly to them. Sounds like science fiction, right? But research in this area is already underway. We're also seeing the convergence of biology and technology. Bioinformatics, the application of computational techniques to analyze biological data, is revolutionizing drug discovery. With the help of artificial intelligence, we can now sift through massive amounts of data to identify potential drug targets, predict side effects, and even design new drugs from scratch. In the realm of natural products, there's a renewed interest in exploring the medicinal potential of plants, fungi, and marine organisms. These natural sources have provided us with some of our most potent drugs, and there's still so much untapped potential out there. As we venture into this brave new world, we must also grapple with ethical and regulatory challenges. But one thing is certain, the future of drug development is exciting and full of potential. Who knows what life-saving discoveries await us? We've come a long way since the dawn of drug design and development. We've traced a path from the early days, where natural substances were our only recourse, through to the birth of synthetic drugs, which opened up a world of possibilities. The concept of structure-activity relationship, or SR, has helped us understand the intimate link between a drug's structure and its effects. We've delved into the complex mechanisms of action that govern how drugs interact with our bodies, and the adverse effects that can occur when things don't go as planned. We've also looked forward, exploring recent developments in the field, and contemplating the future of drug design. This journey has only scratched the surface of a vast and ever-evolving field. There's so much more to discover, so many more stories to tell. That's all for today's journey into the fascinating world of drug design and development. Subscribe for more because you won't find me later.